What's up guys, it's XRAYZ and welcome to a new episode of the Call of Duty Zombies story. Today we're going to be covering Nuketown Zombies along with Green Run or Transit, whichever way you like to call it. This is part 5 of the Zombies story, so if you guys want to check out the other 4 parts, the link to the 4th part is going to be down in the description, or you can go to my videos on my channel and just check those out. I would suggest you check those out before you start on this one, since the story is quite long, and if you did miss any parts or if you don't know what's going on, you're not exactly going to know where we are at or what exactly is going on. Now that we got that out of the way, we're going to start and jump right into it. We're going to start off with Nuketown Zombies. Nuketown Zombies actually happens during the events of Moon. So for you guys that need a quick recap as to what happened on Moon, basically at this point it's Richtofen's grand scheme. He's trying to get control of the zombies, and this is actually quite visible during the gameplay that you guys are watching. When you start playing Nuketown Zombies, as you can tell, all the zombies, their eyes are all yellow. But as you start playing and you start progressing and you get further up in rounds, you notice that the zombies' eyes turn blue. A lot of people were thrown off when Nuketown Zombies came out because of the fact that Nuketown Zombies had yellow eyes, while the people who were playing on Transit, who were playing on Green Run, saw that the zombies had blue eyes. And they never really understood the connection between that. If you are a zombie noob and don't know what I'm talking about, a lot of people were really confused when the trailer for Nuketown Zombies and the trailer for Transit came out, because first of all, everybody was used to zombies having yellow eyes. It was the way that it was back in World at War, back in Black Ops, the original zombies that was in Black Ops, all the maps, because at that point Samantha Maxis was the one who was in control of the zombies. Now once you get into Transit, you get into Green One, you notice that all their eyes are blue because at this point Richtofen is in control of the zombies. It's after Richtofen gets control on the moon and he's stuck on the moon, he switched bodies, or he switched souls really, with Samantha. So when people started playing Nuketown Zombies and they noticed that their eyes were yellow, they were in for quite a treat. The Easter egg in this one is the fact that as you're playing, as you're getting further along in the rounds, you can hear Samantha at first while picking up power-ups, and then later on you hear them discussing, you hear the events that are transpiring on the moon, and eventually you see that the zombies' eyes turn blue, indicating that Richtofen has taken full control. Now the playable characters in Nuketown Zombies are the CDC and the CIA, both of which showed up after the events of the nuke that went off in the multiplayer map. So anybody who played Nuketown originally on Black Ops knows that after the game is over, the nuke goes off and you can see the nuke go off and then everything gets destroyed. Basically, after the nuke goes off in the multiplayer itself, this is what happens in Nuketown Zombies. This is the events after that. You can see the mushroom cloud and the zombies and everything are all because of the radiation and basically everybody getting killed. And that's why you see the CDC, little kind of CDC kind of guys, zombies and everything, because these are guys who were there experimenting, or they were there to check out the results of what had happened after the nuke went off, and that's why you're killing those guys. So you're technically either a CDC or a CIA when playing on this map. There's really no other story to this. There are several Easter eggs, including Marlton being inside of the bomb shelter. You can hear his voice whenever you knife the bomb shelter. So if you guys haven't actually heard or seen any of that, if you go to the back of the map and you knife the little bomb shelter, or the nuclear bomb shelter that you can hear Marlton's voice. There's really no indication as to why he's in there. He talks about being banished, but no one really knows exactly what is going on or what's it even about. So anyways, leaving from that, there's really no story really behind Nuketown Zombies. All it is the CDC going to check it out and then fighting off hordes of zombies after the nuclear bomb goes off. Anyway, so since the events of Nuketown happened while the events of Moon happened, this also indicates that Nuketown happened before Transit or Green Run. Now we can move over to Green Run and talk about that. Sometime before Marlton, Misty, Samuel, and Russman arrive at Washington, the CIA and CDC arrive to fight after zombies at the bus depot farm in town. Now the reason that we know this is because when you play Grief, you can tell that both sides are there. Basically, what happens is that in Washington, which is Green Run / Transit, whatever you want to call it, this is when the CIA and the CDC appear there, and then they start fighting off the zombies, and then shortly after that, that is when we are introduced to the 4 new characters that we see in Transit mode, which are Marlton, Abigail Misty, Samuel and Russman, who attempt to survive in Washington. Now, there's really no story behind as to what is going on, why are they there. All we do know is that Misty knows who Russman is, and there's really kind of like a weird relationship going on between them. Russman likes Samuel, and Marlton has a fondness for Abigail or Misty, and they both kind of like each other. It's kind of insisted upon it. But there's really no indication as to how they met each other. All we do know is that they're trying to survive in Washington, and that there's a few strange things going on. First of all, Russman is dressed like a hobo. He's got a sneaker in one foot, he's got a boot in the other. He apparently knows Abigail. There's no reason as to how they know each other. There just kind of is insisted that they know each other. Another thing that is known is that Misty, both her parents were killed by zombies. And, you know, there's really no story behind what is going on Tranzit. Apart from the fact that Misty, Samuel, Marlton, and Russman are trying to survive, there's really no indication as to what is the continuation of the story. There are several Easter eggs that are in the game that you notice yourself. There's 2 Easter eggs. The biggest one is the Tower of Babel, which is basically where you decide to either follow Dr. Max's orders or Richtofen's orders, which are apparently going to be linked to this next DLC, XRAYZ, and the continuation of that Easter egg. Another thing that we do know from this is that Samuel is the only one who can hear Richtofen's voice. It's a little strange. There's really no indication as to why that is. Some say that he has some kind of, schizophrenia, and that's the only reason he can hear Richtofen. There's really no indication as to if Samuel has some kind of link to Richtofen or any of their previous lives. Some people speculate that Marlton is the next one who's gonna kind of take over the zombies and do everything, but again, there's no indication. There's no story behind the whole thing. So technically, Tranzit / Green Run is kind of like this filler. There's nothing really going on. All we do know is that they're trying to either help out Dr. Max's or help out Richtofen. I have a theory that both of them are trying to reach the Earth again, since, Tower of Babel was originally, this whole story about how they tried to build this tower to try to get to heaven. In this case, I think Tower of Babel signifies that they're trying to get to the moon, or that Richtofen is trying to find some way to get access back to the Earth to get full control. Again, because Dr. Max has had that backup plan that where he shot the missiles at the Earth, and this is how the Earth was all destroyed and everything, to try to weaken the powers of Richtofen. So, depending on which Easter egg, it's going to be continued in XRAYZ. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed part 5 of the zombie story. If you guys did, remember to slap a like on this video. Remember to leave a favorite. And of course, leave a comment down below. What do you guys think of the story so far? Have you guys been understanding it? If you have, hopefully you have. It's a little strange. It's a pretty weird story. And if you guys are new and you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and watch the other previous episodes. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. There's probably going to be a part 6 where I talk about the events of XRAYZ, but as for now, there's going to be nothing until the story is completely revealed. And anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm XRAYZ, I'm out. Peace.